Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter, it's great to be on board.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here, things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon.
And as you can see, we've already started here.
There's no doubt that this fella's contribution will be highly important. It's the one and only Philipp Lahm.
And what do you consider his greatest quality, Jim?
Well, it's hard to name just one because he's such an outstanding player on so many fronts, but I'd say his tactical nous, a man who can single-handedly turn defence into attack, and he's capable of playing anywhere on either flank. And when you add in the vision and creativity of a central playmaker, there's nobody else like him.
Lahm made a surge from full-back, as it turned out unsuccessfully.
Lahm.
Mbappe.
Now it's Yaya Toure.
But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Oh, that's well spotted. Played into space. Dinked through. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing.
Buffon sends that a long way.
Oh, it's Dembele. Oh, nicely intercepted. Beckham is looking to influence the game from out wide. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep.
Oh, look, this is about as tentative as it comes. Hopefully, a football match will break out soon.
And no, that is pretty much the end of that. That's a cute ball. Araujo spots it and intercepts. Roberto Carlos. Not getting too much time on the ball here, that is good pressing. Vietnam do seem to have a very clear game plan here, Jim.
Yeah, they're set up to play those long balls from deep, Peter. The front men have certainly been busy making the runs beyond that defence.
Well, it's a tried and tested formula, OK, but very demanding too.
Well, you need your boys up front to work extremely hard, and you need to get the passing right as well, of course.
Cleared without complication. And it's Thuram.
Nedved.
And here's Dembele.
Oh, it's just lacking in accuracy.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Looking for a runner. Cute ball now, how can he reach it?
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Thuram. Fired deep towards the back post.
And they've got rid.
Dembele tries a shot! Oh, how's that for a goal? About as smooth as it gets. There is the breakthrough.
Well, I don't want to be overly harsh on the defensive side of things here, Peter, but the build-up was so slick and executed with such quality, it made life just that bit too difficult for them.
So the first goal of the game.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point.
And the score is 1-0.
No, that's been intercepted. Vieira can so cleverly bypass the press. He ran himself into trouble there, free kick given away.
And it's Lahm.
Short changes him with that pass.
Lahm.
He's shifting through the gears here. It's a mighty effort! And he hits the net. And once more, we are all square. You score, we score.
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
Picked that one out. It was a bullet.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
The United States grabbed the equaliser and we're all square.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
The pressing's intense and it's paid off. And we hit half-time. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. Well, it's been intriguing stuff so far, and it's 1-1 at the break. Both teams hoping for a pick-me-up in the second half. And we are back on the way.
Yaya Toure
Gets the foot in and wins the ball.
nicely worked.
And he's cleared it out of harm's way.
Goes down, but nothing given.
Pirlo. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Lovely ball. Takes a shot! Dembele! Brilliant!
Oh, that was magnificent. What a way to stamp your ability on a game. Not necessarily pivotal, but it has most definitely shifted momentum.
Oh, high-quality goal. Lovely first touch. Sumptuous second.
Oh, what a touch. I mean, how good was that? Poetry in motion.
Vietnam get themselves into the lead.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Quick look, then plays it in. And that was very necessary. Vieira gets over and intercepts. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Oh, super find.
That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Roberto Carlos.
And it's Nedved.
Nedved!
Mateus. Vietnam are looking to break at pace. Dembele is fouled. Little pass back.
Vietnam are clearly enjoying a very good spell. The flow of momentum is bang in their favour.
Closing it. And a chance! It's there! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
So all square, and not for the first time.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
And here's Beckham. Threads one in. He's having a shot! An attempt which, in hindsight, was probably just beyond him.
Well, he's clearly in one of those moods. I think even he was asking perhaps a little too much from himself then.
That is good alertness. Now he's got space here.
Beckham.
A noticeable change in the approach to defending here. Much more in your face.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Out towards the flank.
Tries to pass it through. Vieira. Nice looking ball. It's out for a goal kick.
Substitution in progress.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. Ambitious ball here. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Searching pass he's played there. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Mateus. It's a searching pass, and that is expertly dealt with.
Vietnam really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
And he welcomes it in. Shapes to shoot! It's in! Into the lead once more. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Vietnam take the lead.
Well, it's better late than never, Peter, and that's potentially decisive now.
Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Vietnam looking to pass their way through. Nicked it back promptly. Works it forward. And it's Roberto Carlos. Now it's Gerrard. Roberto Carlos gets into some space. And he's quick to get it clear again. Looking for options for movement. Now it's Mbappe. That looks a cracking ball. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Mateus, he's gone for goal! And it's Xiuty. Nice sequence of passes, this. Good-looking ball.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. Gerrard. Now that looks a decent ball. He's in space and looking for options.
4 added minutes has been indicated.
Time added on 4 minutes. Dembele. Thuram cuts it out. Mbappe. Not much subtlety about that challenge. Looking for the run. Thuram. And the referee brings it to a close. Vietnam can finally smile now. They have held on in a difficult watch for both sets of fans. A truly emotional roller coaster, that. Dembele claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument.
What
are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Vietnam
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be.
I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special.
We have already started here. Roberto Carlos goes on a charge down the left. He's a sharp little ball here.
Bellingham. Nicely weighted ball. It's come to nothing. Oh, there's a probing ball. That's an imaginative pass. Well, we all know who created the concept of total football, but...
It's bounced back off the post. Good defending there. They've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. Yaya Toure.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Vieira. Ambitious ball here.
Neither side yet able to find the net.
Now he's got space here.
Real chance! And it's hit the woodwork and out!
Pull it. Vietnam do seem to have a very clear game plan here, Jim.
Yeah, they're set up to play those long balls from deep, Peter. The front men have certainly been busy making the runs beyond that defence.
Well, it's a tried and tested formula, OK, but very demanding too.
Well, you need your boys up front to work extremely hard, and you need...
Shoots! It's a loose ball. Oh, he's been caught on it here. And it's Pirlo. Looking tidy in possession here.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Now that's well seen too. Passing is crisp and sharp. Oh, cracking ball. Thuram deals with that comfortably. Pull it. Nice defending, it's got the job done. Pull it. Tries to play it through.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Trying to get out of a very sticky situation. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo.
Played in by Roberto Carlos. Dembele. Mbappe. Now it's Hullet. And here's Dembele. Now it's Mbappe. Bellingham gets a foot in here. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Great vision. Great ball if he can get there. That has been knocked clear.
There will be a throw-in.
And it's Pirlo. And he's well...
Oh, shoot! Oh, taken with style!
And a goal here would be the ultimate pick-me-up just before the break. Oh, perfectly measured that.
He gets big! It's hit the uprights!
And he's heaved it away. They're back in possession and ready to go again.
Mbappe!
Pull it. Roberto Carlos is always looking to play quality balls. He won't be happy with that one. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Pull it. Roberto Carlos looking for the run. Pull it, picks it up out wide. In towards the back stick. That's a decent clearance. And the first 45 minutes are up. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps.
And
we are up to the break.
Vietnam ended that first half in such a strong fashion. I think we'll just have to wait and see now if they can rekindle that drive and that determination. It's been great commitment, and that has to be maintained in the second half.
So we reach the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0. So we're just settling back into this second half.
Vietnam have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
Bellingham. Pull it. Now it's Dembele. And it's Dembele. Mbappe is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. Bellingham. And it's Vieira. And he was quick to react. Oh, can he get onto this? Cute ball now, how can he reach it? And he's intervened well there. Up towards the hour mark and still no goals. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Takes a shot! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post! Pull it. Distributed tidily. Mateus. Bellingham. 60 minutes played. Oh, that's well spotted. Vietnam looking to pass their way through. Wriggles his way through. He's in a good position. And he shoots! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Well, it actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest. Might want to be careful there.
Vieira. That has ended up in no man's land. And it's Lam. Well into the second half, and still there's nothing between them. Mbappe. Now it's Mbappe. And the counter is on. Vietnam finding their passes. Mbappe shapes to shoot! He scores! There is the breakthrough! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Vietnam have taken the lead.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do. The United States really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Knocks it out wide. Mateus. Mateus with the cross. Keeper's dealt with that.
I think the message here is quite clear, Pete.
It's Dembele!
Defending of the desperate variety.
Oh, he's been caught napping! Maldini. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them.
And the shot! He should have put that one away.
Well, the keeper spared a few blushes here. Going 2 down at this stage would have made it an awful long way back.
Searching pass he's played there. That's good vision. Oh, no, that was never going to make it. Vietnam do have a chance to counter here.
1-0 as we head towards the end.
Oh, that's a key interception.
Defending was strong and firm.
Probing pass. Oh, that's delightful. Dembele's delivery.
Thuram with the clearance.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
Araujo gets over and intercepts.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
That's a sharp pass. Mbappe! Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. And he's been shifted off it.
And there goes the final whistle.
Relief, finally. Now at last they can enjoy the taste of victory. Fingernails bitten to the quick, but they have got over the line. Quite a ride.
Just a quick announcement. It is now time for
Mbappe
our
claiming the
special
man of the match
moderation.
award,
Please grab
and
the
there
tickets
is
you were given.
very
We will
little
get
room
you
for
again.
argument.
Your reflections then, Jim?
Well, this game looked to have 0-0 written all over it, but credit to them, they upped their game in the end.
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform.
And if you did just miss it, we are up and running already.
Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
And here's Beckham.
Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Free-flowing, fluid, flexible, just some of the words that describe the genius that is Ruud Gullit, a player whose impact on the game remains so profound, so...
He's having a shot! Now that has posed a few awkward questions.
Oh, it looked like he tried to give it some extra whip.
Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Quality ball. Bellingham. Šeško. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Lahm is always looking to play quality balls. Flings in across.
Well, from experience, I can tell you he'll get a lot of stick for getting that one wrong.
Not the best distribution from the keeper. So a third of the match, or thereabouts, gone, and we still await the first goal. There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to say from up here, I know. That's beautifully weighted. And that is expertly dealt with. Deftly away. It's a pretty loose pass. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Short changes him with that pass. Long ball upfield. Mateus plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone.
Vietnam really do like their passes from deep, Peter.
Making good use of that quarterback position, aren't they?
Yeah, but this is a system that can only work if you have the players who are willing to run at and beyond the defence. Let's see if these forwards are up for it now.
There will be a throw-in. He intercepts the throw, that's well read. Beckham is always looking to break lines. Lahm.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
Oh, that's been cut out, well played. Oh, they can break here. Now it's Mbappe. No, that's been intercepted. Pirlo, looking for a runner. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. And he's quick to snatch it back. Now it's Gullit. That has been cut short. And anyone who's joined us late, I can confirm that in terms of goals, at least you've missed nothing. Bellingham, and he's had a hit! It's a loose ball. And a goal kick. Gullit. And it's Yaya Toure. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. And claimed it back swiftly. Good take. Mateus! Gullit. Cristiano Ronaldo. Mbappe! Big chance! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
That's the keeper's ball. The United States have the chance to... And the half-time whistle goes. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings.
With the owner of a blue car
So we reach the halfway point.
What an end to the half, Peter. A lot of the best action of the half coming at the very end, and I get the feeling the second half may well start in similar fashion, as we'd love to see this momentum maintained, so I'm looking forward to what's to come.
An engrossing half, but we're still where we started, 0-0. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Vietnam have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
Oh, the touch is just too thick. Could really have done without that.
Well, I think that might well put him off watching tonight's highlights.
Vietnam have it back and can go again. It's a searching pass. He's in a great position here. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And this is Ronaldo. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And here's Cristiano. Great chance! And it's come back out to him. And another try! Well, that looked awkward, but he had a good crack at it.
Well, he's clearly in one of those moods. I think even he was asking perhaps a little too much from himself then.
Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. It's a straight red. He has been given his marching orders. So seemingly that was deemed a denial of a clear goal-scoring opportunity.
Well, it's never nice to see something like that, is it? But that's what it says in the letter of the law. He's got to go.
Substitution in progress.
Well, this looks promising in terms of distance and angle. Got it! Brilliant save from Buffon! Oh, smart save, he had plenty to do.
Absolutely terrific, terrific reflexes, goalkeeping at its very best.
It's their second corner of the game. Tries to get it clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. Figo, Rui Costa. Vietnam can breathe again, just.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. It is still anyone's game, 0-0. Pressing high and with purpose. He's having a go!
And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders.
That's great industry from the front line there. A lot of chasing, a lot of pressure, and they forced the error.
Now it's Hullet. Pass is just off target.
Vietnam claiming a corner, and the referee concurs.
So, third corner of the game. And he gets rid in a hurry. And it's played in.
Yaya Toure.
And this is Dembele. Ah, that's a fine interception. It's a really well-measured ball.
And here's the chance to counter.
Well-timed, excellent interception.
The United States couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
Dembele quietly revving up. Vietnam finding their passes. Oh, that's well spotted. Gerrard.
Played out to the right.
Vietnam looking to pass their way through.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Now there's it's Dembele! It's bounced back off the post. Figo. Vieira.
Yaya Toure.
He's a sharp little ball here. That's a cute ball. That is ended up in no man's land. Now it's Gerrard.
Out to the right.
Lahm. Now that looks a decent ball. Pirlo wins the duel this time.
Well, it's very much looking like this might be destined for a scoreless outcome.
Now this could be a chance. Collar looks to get on the end of this. Played into space out wide. Figo. He's found a way through. Climbs up big. Firm header just off target.
And he did so well to get himself there. What a good effort.
Substitution on the field. Hullet.
So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting.
Mbappe. Number 10, Dembele. Toure.
Mateus.
Coming on the field. Pele. Number 77.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Suarez. Number 88, Gerrard.
Threads one in.
2 added minutes
Time
has
added
been
on
indicated.
will be shot at goal! Oh, it's in! And that might well be that! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Steven Gerrard.
The United States take what looks to be a decisive lead.
There's still a bit left in it, Peter, but they should find the necessary to avoid a slip-up now.
Now it's Luis Suarez, played out wide.
So that's it. It is all over.
Quite a game, and one that was always on a knife edge until the very final whistle. No shortage of endeavour, effort, at times effervescence, but... So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands.
I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Set for a stirring showdown here, the supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on.
We have already started here. Mbappe.
Now, can they get him away? Well read, nice interception. And it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Gerrard is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
That's been cut out, well played.
Well, Peter, you'd have to go a long way to find a defender who works harder than Araujo. So fast and physical.
And we saw that, of course, especially in 2022 in Spanish football's biggest game.
When he scored one of his team's 4 goals. In the end, though, the men from Madrid went on to win the season by a pretty big points margin.
13, wasn't it?
Yeah, and Araujo, at least he gave them a bloody nose along the way.
Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
And the cross comes in.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Oh, it's terribly wayward. And he's managed to get free. Well, they want another corner, and it looks as though they're going to get it. Corner number 2 then. And the shot!
Danger averted for now. Looking to go deep. Defending of the desperate variety.
Lam, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward.
He's through, it's 1-0. Can he finish?
Well, now it's a race for the ball. Really well cleared. The United States are looking to go forward now. That looks a cracking ball. Beckham looking to run onto it. There will be a throw-in. And it's managed to gift it back. Mbappe. Oh, that is a nice touch. He's in a great position here.
Great chance! Goal! The United States!
And it's the United States who go in front.
It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Well, at one stage he was being body checked, Peter, and then the next minute it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
Now it's Mbappe. Passing is crisp and sharp. Now it's Mbappe. Chance, surely!
Oh, taken with style! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
And a Bellingham!
And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
So, third corner of the game.
And the shot!
It's run loose, and again! Goal! The United States! And they're back in front! Certain, searing, and imperious.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. And it's Xiuty. Oh, super ball! Gerrard. Šeško. Thuram. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Mbappe is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. Gerrard. Some good work on the right flank here. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Pirlo plays it all the way forward. Lam, looking to play him in. Well timed, excellent interception. That has ended up in no man's land. Beckham with the cross. Can he spark a counter here? Mbappe couldn't squeeze it through. Driving on and making good progress. Incoming delivery. Thuram! Firm header just off target.
That's a great attempt, although he clearly feels he should have done better with it.
Nicely shaped ball. Thuram. Mateus. Oh, it's Dembele. And it's Dembele.
There will be 3 minutes
Mateus.
at a time.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Šeško. Šeško looking understandably energised after his goal. Gerrard. Knocks it into space. That's going to go a long way. And the first 45 minutes are up. So we have here a genuinely competitive game with neither team truly in control. A single goal the difference at half-time. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that...
And the finish! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Dembele actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
It's their second corner of the game.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And it's Pirlo. Picked out brilliantly.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Yaya Toure. Pirlo plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Searching pass he's played there. Now he's got space here, and he's made sure that's not getting through. Played into space. Look at the space here. Thuram deals with that comfortably. And it's Xiuty. Bout of passing here. Real chance! Oh, denied brilliantly.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
That has been cut short. That's an imaginative pass. Nice interception, well timed. And he's quick to get it clear again. Ambitious ball here. Almost an hour gone.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
This is a really front-footed approach.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Gerrard. Vieira. The United States looking to pass their way through. Vietnam needed that. They really needed it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top. A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Yaya Toure, Mbappe.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Cross to the back post. Easy enough for the goalkeeper. Shot could be on, and it is having a shot!
Really well taken goal. Again, we are level. What a contest!
I could watch this every week, Peter. Talk about strength of character. Wonderful.
A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
Substitution.
The United States choosing to make the first change. This is quite a battle.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. Vieira. Thuram. Now McTominay. Half an hour gone in the second half. Isak. Van der Sar breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball.
The United States clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
No, he's not getting his way this time. Now it's Figo, and he's been shifted off it. Vietnam finding their passes. Mateus. And this is Hullet. Good ball, good take. Oh, he's found support out wide.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Taken back almost at once.
Oh, shooting chance! No mistake! And the game is well and truly turned on its head.
As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
Vietnam go into the lead.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang. This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
The United States ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. That could it go? And Hullet! Loose ball now, and could be danger here. They want to be quick to it.
And the shot! He has done it! And that should do it! Within sight of the finish line. Terrible error, duly put. And time is up.
Vietnam have done it with iron, with pragmatism, the sort you expect from a team like this. Admirable, enjoyable, and look how they reacted to that initial setback.
A quick reminder.
Mbappe. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands.
I'm Peter Drury, and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi, everyone. The excitement has really picked up now, and I'm eager for the action to start.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting.
And already we're underway. Bullets!
And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Tries to get it clear. Oh, the ball's gone astray. That's a cute ball. Oh, important interception. And here's Mbappe.
Ah, that's a fine interception. He can get that clear.
Oh, nicely intercepted. Well, that looks a decent ball.
And he's in on goal. Tries a shot.
Well, that looked awkward, but he had a good crack at it.
Yeah, it didn't come off, but still very good quick thinking on his part.
Mateus tries to clear. Lam receives it in a wide position. Tries to pass it through. Played out to the left flank.
Aimed in towards the centre.
There's no doubt that this fella's contribution will be highly important. It's the one and only Philipp Lahm.
And what do you consider his greatest quality, Jim?
Well, it's hard to name just one because he's such an outstanding player on so many fronts, but I'd say his tactical nous.
Big header! Firm header, just off target.
That's a really decent chance.
Vieira picks it up from the goal kick. Now that's well seen too. Mateus. Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Well, that is one way to stop him. Now he's off and running. It's played through for him. That's been cut out, well played. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
And he's been shifted off it. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Gerrard can so cleverly bypass the press. Driving on and making good progress.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
That is a great pick out. Oh, well played. Dembele is sporting a guilty look after that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Neither of these two want to come off second best.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Yaya Toure. Some really good ball movement.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Now it's Figo. He's picked his way through. That's good play. Played in deep. Oh, well, that is not a great touch.
It speaks for itself, doesn't it? Best left there.
Lam. Šeško. Mbappe. Now it's Dembele.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Now it's Yaya Toure. Gullit. Buffon gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. Looking for the run. He's a sharp little ball here. Fired deep to... He gets big! Well, now it's a race. Oh, he's been caught up, and again! They just took too long getting forward.
Look, if they're going to counter, it has to be pacier and much more decisive.
The United States have their second corner now. Figo with the short one, and it's Lam. Quality ball. Vietnam are looking to go forward now. Good ball over the top. He rises! There it is!
Well, players of his stature just live for moments like that. Another really important contribution as we near half-time, and it can make such an impact on each mindset.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
There will be 1 minute
Vietnam
at a time.
are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind.
And that'll be the final action of the first half. Been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
Hello everybody, and please join
Look
me
back
in
on the
wishing
first
a
45
happy
minutes.
wedding anniversary
Well, this is when
for
you
one
need
of
your
our
players to
club
step
members.
up, Peter. Be brave, see all that courage. They need to have a big start to the second half to give them some momentum, and they're not going to get that if they're being too risk-averse.
Vietnam are in a pretty decent position after 45 minutes. 1-0 to the good. So off we go once more. Vietnam carrying a 1-goal lead. Couldn't squeeze it through. Aims beyond the defence. Well, that's beautifully weighted.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to say from up here, I know. Pirlo knocks it into space. It's Dembele! He's done very well to get to that.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
It's their second corner of the game.
Well, that might be the first time they've gone long, Peter. They've clearly been told to try something different.
Gerrard. And it's Gerrard. Foot in. Great vision. He's through here. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Oh, there's a probing ball. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Now it's Mbappe. Mbappe was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Gerrard, just about up to the hour now. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, while the temptation's always there, Peter, I think it would be ill-advised of them to try settle for what they've got.
Dembele. Oh, they can break here. Oh, that's fabulous. Lovely pass, but can he get there? It's an inviting-looking ball, that. Good read, needed to be. Vietnam leading then, courtesy of the goal scored late in the first half here. And a chance! Now, who's going to be first to this? I think that's a corner. Yes, it is. Corner number 3 coming up. Figo is one whose deliveries we all know about. He is through here. Can he get on the end of this? It's gone all the way through to the keeper.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Mbappe! Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
Ferdinand cuts out the pass.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Engages and forces him off the ball. Oh, good-looking ball. It's a good spell of possession, this. Strokes it back.
Really got in his face.
And the shot! He should have put that one away.
Oh, what a stunning save. Absolutely tremendous, and he's kept his team in it.
Corner number 4 coming up here. That has been knocked clear. Decent chance! And somehow he managed to miss it.
He's really trying to take this upon himself to get it won.
Bellingham. That's very neat. Bellingham stood his ground strongly. And the keeper beats it away. He's only too happy to take that back. Still just that single goal and we are nearly done. Just 5 minutes remaining now. Pirlo. Dembele. And he's had a shot! It's in! A two-goal lead and they're firmly in control.
Bullet really played that return ball to perfection there, Peter. He knew the exchange was on and he put it on a plate for his teammate. That was just gorgeous.
Vietnam could not have picked a better time to snatch a two-goal lead. Is there still time for a response?
Well, I think if they're going to have any hope from here, they'll need to see the more experienced lads step up to the plate now.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. He's in a good position here. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Vietnam are enjoying their moments of collective uplift. A win achieved with efficiency and certainty, as we've come to expect from them.
Please join me
Dembele,
in
voted
all the best
man of the match, and deservedly so.
Their wedding anniversary today.
How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim? Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Shot a goal! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
And that was very necessary. Pirlo. Now that looks a decent ball. And he shoots! He's gone direct here. He's had it taken off him. Well, he's felt that, hasn't he? And it's Gerrard. Aimed beyond the defence. Van der Sar clears. And they're quick to get it back. Knocks it into space. That looks a good ball through. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
nicely aimed pass. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, this striker, Benjamin Sesko, is someone I really like the look of, Peter, because everything about him screams target man. But for me, he's much better when the ball's on the deck. It's all about his speed on the counter and the way he cleverly attacks the space behind opposition defences.
I think the opposition defence agree too. He's going to be the source of so many of their headaches. Cristiano Ronaldo has shifted it to the flank. It's a promising position. Ball driven towards the far post. Cross deflected behind for a corner. Ferdinand with the clearance. Vietnam have the chance to go the other way. The ball goes in. That's a decent clearance. So a third of the match or thereabouts gone, and we still await the first goal. It's a pretty loose pass. Just a goal. Dembele! It's there! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Vietnam have taken the lead.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Figo is one whose deliveries we all know about. Thuram wins the duel this time. Oh, it's Dembele. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out.
Vietnam really do like their passes from deep, Peter.
Making good use of that quarterback position, aren't they?
Yeah, but this is a system that can only work if you have the players who are willing to run at and beyond the defence. Let's see if these forwards are up for it now.
And this is Dembele. It's Dembele! He's done very well to get to that.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
It's their second corner of the game. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Thuram. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Thuram is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Toure has created one goal already. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Sheshko. Yaya Toure. Oh, delicate chip through. That has been cut short. Now it's Figo. He's found a way through. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Now, can they get him away? And he cuts out the supply. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there.
Cristiano Ronaldo! And he has kept it out somehow.
Cristiano Ronaldo actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Mbappe! No, it's come to nothing. And he's gone long. And it's Gerrard. Bellingham. And that has put paid to that. Mateus. Tries to play it through. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
And here's Bellingham. Oh, played through for the wide man. He has found a way through. Crosses it in. Ferdinand. And there is the half-time whistle. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. reflections on the first half?
Please turn your
Okay, they
attention
got
to the
hit with
screen
that
for
good sucker punch,
information
but
provided by
I
the
don't think there
local
was much
police.
wrong with their overall approach. I think the boss needs to give his team a lift during the break, and they should still be quite buoyant.
Vietnam are 1-0 up at half-time, and it's all to play for. And the game has already resumed here.
Well, it's been tight, Peter, but I'm expecting things to open up now and we get some free-flowing football.
Gerrard. Figo, of course, a dribbler of outlandish ability. Hullet. Yaya Toure. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Now it's Figo. Oh, that's a key interception. Lam.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Dembele.
Big chance! They've scored! A 2-goal lead, and they're firmly in control.
Yeah, to see it unfold as succinctly as that, it looks telepathic.
Vietnam are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
The message is clear, none shall pass.
That dugout has had some relief at least, but now the harder work starts. They've got to push for more.
Mateus's delivery. Thuram getting this one clear. Bellingham. No way through. Šeško. Oh, there's a probing ball. Out to the right. Figo. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. He's going to have to tune his rangefinder before the next one. Engages and forces him off the ball. Hullet defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man.
Vieira might well be in for a mouthful from his boss if his teammates don't get there first.
Oh, that pass isn't the best. Dembele. Oh, they could break here. Looking to play him in. Mbappe. That is a brilliant interception. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Vietnam clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Threads one in.
Chance for a shot! Yes!
And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
It's the stuff you work on the training ground time and time again, and it came off.
And that's it. So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening.
And a quick announcement for the benefit of anybody who has found themselves a little lost today. Please look at the screen for information on how to find your way around this stadium.